Do you always feel that saving money is really difficult, especially if our income is not high in the first place? In this video, we'll look at cheaper alternatives that can help you save your money without sacrificing your quality of life. What's up guys, it's Christopher here back at Honey Money SG, and in this channel we help young adults build their financial knowledge, teach money saving hacks, and also fulfill quality of life, just like this one we are doing. So if you are new here and these topics interest you, consider subscribing. Okay, so one of the aspects of financial independence is actually to have sufficient savings. And in order to have sufficient savings, you first need to look at your expenses and determine what are your necessary expenses versus your unnecessary expenses. So in this video, I'm going to list down 3 expensive goods or services and also look at what are the alternatives that you can do to save some money. With that, let's start with our number 1 expensive item, which is expensive drinks. If you are living in Singapore like me, you'll find that food is actually relatively affordable, but the beverages prices here are insane. We are talking about bubble tea or boba tea at around 4 Singapore dollars per cup, and also coffee from Western coffee chains at $7 per cup. If you were to drink a single cup of Starbucks every day for 30 days in a month, you actually need to spend $210 to fulfill your coffee addiction. Now I want to be very clear here, if not there will be many haters, because there is a need for drinking and also there is a want for drinking. Some people feel that if they drink this kind of highly sweetened beverages, it can help improve their motivation at work. They will feel happier and at a better mental state to handle their responsibilities. And some of the business deals are discussed over meetings around the coffee chains like Starbucks. So I would say those are drinking beverages for a need. But if you are drinking just to satisfy your coffee craving, or your bubble tea craving, or if you just want to indulge and reward yourself for a hard day of work, then you are just throwing good money down the drain feeding those merchants. More importantly, you don't have just a money problem, you also have a health problem. Diabetes, kidney failure, not scaring you but just saying. So to adopt a healthy lifestyle, I think it's best that we just reduce intake on such drinks. If not, we can also look for alternatives like your local Nanyang Kopi chains that sells coffee at a much more reasonable price. If you're buying from hawker stores and coffee shops, it's around the range of $1. For food courts, maybe $1.50, and then for local coffee chains like Ya-Kun, Toastbox, maybe $2. All in all, you still save quite a huge sum of money compared to what you spend in Starbucks. So imagine if you spend like $1 a day on your local Nanyang Kopi shop, you actually save $6 per day, and multiply that by 30 days, you actually save $180. Now, isn't this alternative a great way to save your money? Of course, then some of you complain, "Hey, I want Western coffee, I don't like Nanyang Kopi at all." Never mind, now we have Nespresso machines and also capsules being sold at local supermarkets. If you use those machine capsules, your cost per capsule is probably less than $2 per cup. And you can even make them in the comfort of your home or your office. Especially now that most of us work from home, right? So I guess these kind of machines are even more popular than before. So for myself, I actually make my own coffee using Nanyang Kopi grounds and a filter. I'll put it in the description link below so you can see, and if you're interested to buy it, you can use that link. Okay, so if you are enjoying this video so far, can I urge you to give a like at the button below so that it can help me in the YouTube algorithm. The number 2 product that I want to talk about is mobile phone plans. In a world of traditional mobile phone plans, one has to sign a 2-year contract, and in return, they get to buy a flagship phone at a much lower cost than what is listed. We used to do that for many years until a market disruptor came into the Singapore market, which offered SIM-only plans, which means that they don't come with a phone but gives you very attractive deals for your monthly usage. We are talking about plans that cost around $20 per month versus what you are paying the traditional 2-year contract of $40 to $50 a month. To put this into context, I'm going to take the iPhone 12 from a local mobile service provider and take the 2 years total spend that you are going to incur versus what it may have been if you go for a SIM-only plan with a brand new phone with no plans attached. Okay, for this example, I'm going to use the Singtel XO plan. So under this XO basic plan, you're getting 10 gigabytes of data per month, 100 minutes of call time, and 100 minutes of SMS. It will cost $50 per month, and multiply that by 24. And if we sum up the total cost of the phone and the mobile phone plan over a 24-month period, we actually get this number. And this is in fact that we are in a telecom contract, and if we were to terminate that contract, there will be penalty charges involved. So we are going to look for a cheaper alternative. I'm going to use GOMO, which is another telco company which is partnering with Singtel and using their infrastructure so that we have an apples to apples comparison. So GOMO basic plan is around $20. You get 20 gigs of data, 200 minutes of calls and 200 minutes of SMS per month. And then I'm going to buy the iPhone 12 from the local Apple store at $1,369. The GOMO plan comes with free caller ID, so there are no additional charges and whatsoever, no termination charges because there's no contract involved as well. So summing all of that up, this is my phone plan cost and the monthly usage cost over the period of 24 months. You can see that I saved almost $300 just by subscribing to a cheaper mobile plan and also buying the phone separately. I'm not even considering the benefits that I am not in the contract, so I am able to switch to another provider if I'm not satisfied with GOMO's service. So for people who are still signing on to your 2-year mobile phone plan, maybe you want to relook to your contract and compare your usage, maybe a SIM-only plan is the way to go. The third and final thing I want to talk about is expensive brokers. By brokers, I mean investing stock brokers. So for people who want to start in a stock investment journey, you need to sign up with a broker for them to actually help you buy and sell shares through their platform. We look at one of the market leaders, which is our local bank DBS, and look at the rates that what they're offering. So you can see in this table over here, if you're purchasing Singapore stocks by phone, you need to pay a minimum of $40 and $25 if online, and the lowest cost would be $10 if you have a cash upfront funding account. If you look at the charges for DBS US stocks, it's even more ridiculous. $35 for a phone transaction, $25 for an online transaction, and $18 for a cash upfront transaction. If you are from the baby boomer generation who is not very well versed with IT and you need to call your broker to make that transaction, this is the cost that you are paying for. Of course, if you go by the online option, it is much cheaper than the phone banking ones. But what if I tell you there are even cheaper options right now in the market? We are talking about approved licensed brokers authorized by the Monetary Association of Singapore, MAS. So they focus on online portal/mobile apps to actually do their stockbroking activities. For reference, I'll use Interactive Brokers, which charges me 35 cents for each US stock that I buy or sell. And then if I buy a Singapore stock, it's around $3 to $4 of commission. But of course, Interactive Brokers comes with a monthly $10 activity fee unless you have a portfolio more than 100k USD. So another option is Tiger Brokers, which I used last time. It will cost me $1.99 US per sell or buy trade. And there's even a new kit in the town called Mumu Brokers, which gives you one free Apple stock by just depositing 2,700 of Singapore dollars into your account. You can check the link in my description box below, so sign up and get your free Apple stock right now. The takeaway here is there are many ways to invest and there are many cheaper alternatives on the market. So don't be so fixated on getting the traditional classic brokers to do your stockbroking activities. Also, you can read up the reviews on Seedly platform where they review each and every of the broker that people have used. Alright, wrapping up, these are the 3 items that I felt people were overpaying for, and I have given some alternatives so that you can save some money while pursuing your financial independence journey. Question of the day: what are other things that you feel people are overpaying for, and what is a good alternative for them so that it does not compromise your quality of life? Share them in the comment section below so that we can have a good discussion over this. Now, if you have found value in today's video and have learned something new today, please give this video a like and share it to your friends and family, and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't so that I can create more useful content like this. My name is Christopher, this is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence. If you are a boomer like my father who uses core If you are a boomer who uses the core option like my father